Or the people will be
Happy Friday, it's Jasmine Elizabeth, and thank you for joining me for Dear Jassy. It is Friday, December 5th, I think. So I'll hold out for a little bit to let everybody log on to hop on, join me on this cozy Friday afternoon. Let me see. Who do we have so far? If you are joining us, feel free to drop a line in the chat. Say what's up. Happy Friday. So I know that you're here. And we have some cool little conversations that we'll get into today. Hi, Jazz. I see you, Miss JP Pryor. Hi, Jazz. Happy Friday. I can't see the comments. Okay. All right. Well, I was giving it some time for people to hop on, but while we're waiting, I will do some announcements. So we are back in session for Breathe on Sunday. So we will definitely have Breathe on Sunday at Tetra from 2 to 7. It's super exciting. We're going to have open mic hosted by some young poets this Sunday. So we'll have a group of young poets that are going to come out to host open mic. We'll have spades and dominoes. You guys are in luck this week. You can take this week to practice because Janika will be celebrating her birthday. Shout out to Janika. Happy birthday. So she won't be there this weekend. So we won't be able to collectively wear y'all out on the spades table. But you can still come out and play spades and dominoes. So that'll be on Sunday at Tetra from 2 to 4 is spades and dominoes. From 4 to 5:30 we have open mic, and we'll have some young poets come out to host. And then from 5:30 to 7 we will do Battle of the Sexes. So it's always a vibe. We took last Sunday off because it was hella cold, like super, super cold. And one of our featured mic MCs, she was sick. So we had to kind of pivot a little bit. And we will have a food truck out there too. So there will be food available. So that's Sunday, Tetra. And if you guys didn't know, we are going to actually do this every Sunday. So every Sunday from 2 to 7, we'll have different featured open mic artists. We'll have different vendors. We'll have Vic out doing massages again this Sunday. She'll be doing $1 minute massages. And then we'll have Miss Von Treese again with the body butters. And you missed out on the teas, but Janika will be back the following week. So take some time to come breathe with us at Tetra. I will be there. I'll need a new spades partner. So come and play. And then, as you guys know, like I said, Now I Know the book is out. We have we're at a good space for the dinner. So people are asking me, like, what exactly is this? So for the dinner, it's an intimate experience where we're actually going to have a conversation based on the book, but we'll have it'll be immersive. So you'll be able to have conversations with other guests. We'll have different activities, but you know that the food is going to be amazing. We're going to have live music, and the theme is Black, Royal, and Regal. So definitely come dress the part. It's going to be from 7 to 9. If you place a ticket order, you will be getting an email this week with the information. So be on the lookout for that. And so that's going to be super, super dope. So thank you for continuously and continuing to support. Now I Know it's doing really well. And we still have the boxes. So the Now I Know Abundant Peace boxes. So in collaboration with Janika and her tea line, we created a box where you can get the custom tea that's made specifically for the box. and then you can get a mug and you get the book, a signed copy of the book. And so we have that available on my website as well, JasmineElizabethInc.com. And you can order that in time for the holidays. So if you want to get a signed copy of the book, you want to get some tea that's made exclusively just for you, visit my website, JasmineElizabethInc.com, and you can order that for sure. Um, all right, so who else do we have in here? Oh, Jazz, yes, come play with me for the spades. You could definitely be my partner because we cleared the house for mamas too. So I know you got me. You definitely got me there. So I'll see you on Sunday. I'll see you on Sunday there. And then a couple announcements. If you're out and about in Denver, make sure that you slide by Ultra East tonight to support Miss Sonia. I know she's doing a dope concert and she's doing the after party for Genuine. So slide by, support Miss Sonia at Ultra East tonight. So we are going to get into the letters. If you are watching, definitely hop in the comments, say hello so that we can get this chat going. I know I didn't share it earlier. I usually share a post saying that I'm on my way, but today moved a little bit quicker than I wanted to. So let's get into the 2 letters that we got this week. And remember, if you want to submit a scenario or a letter or a thought, send it to Dear Jassy at gmail.com. And that's DEARJASSY twice. So DEARJASSY at gmail.com. So that's where they'll go. Hey, B. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. So happy to see you. All right. So we have 2 letters today, which I thought were kind of cute and relatable. So we'll pull them up and we'll have the conversation to get started. So the first one was Mom and Boundaries. And this is from S. Carol. So the letter says, Dear Jassy, I'm 28. I have my own place and paycheck, but my mother still treats me like I'm 14. She pops up unannounced, critiques everything I do, and even tries to approve who I date. I love her, but it's suffocating. How do I set boundaries without starting World War II? Adult, but apparently not. Hey, Sean. Happy Friday. All right, so here's our first letter. The first letter says it's a young lady. She's 28. She has her own place, a job, clearly, but her mom treats her like she's 14. She pops up. That's crazy. Critiques everything I do and even tries to approve who I date. So this is interesting to me because, I don't know. The reason why I say it's interesting because mom and daughter dynamics have always been very interesting for me personally. Growing up, me and my mom are super close, super, super close. So I could have these kind of conversations with her. But as I got older and matured, we just kind of separated and parted ways in a way. But when I was 28, that's when I first had Elijah. So I first had Elijah when I was 28, and I was living on my own, and we definitely had a good relationship to where we could have those conversations. And so I think, one, you have to understand, I think that may be her way of loving you and wanting to be in your corner and not necessarily wanting to let you go. But I do think as an adult, you have to have those conversations with your mom and accept that you probably will have World War II. She's your mom, so she's going to definitely still want to be a part of your life. And I think it's actually cool. What do y'all think? Sean, you have teenage kids and you have babies that are about to go off to be older. What does that look like for you? When Treasure's 28, are you going to still try to tell her who she can date? Are you going to do pop-ups at her house? What would that look like for you? Because I think I don't know. Like I said, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, but if it's overbearing, just have that conversation with your mom. But I feel that if it's a critique, it's because that's what mothers do. Dating is because she wants to make sure it's good. And to be honest, I think a lot of times we take our parents' advice for granted. Like we don't think they know what they're talking about. And then as we get older, we be like, oh shit, my mom was right, or my dad was right, or this was right. So even though you're 28, you're still very young. Like 28 is still a very young age. And so because of that, I would say just take it with a grain of salt, but also have those conversations with your mom if you're in a place where you guys have that kind of relationship and you can talk about it. So that's my thoughts there. What are your thoughts? I think I can see the comments. Yeah. Oh, it's quiet today. Very, very, very quiet. Mm. B, what are you going to do with your daughters? Because you have two daughters too, and they're teenagers. How would you handle the situation? And if you don't have any thoughts on it, we can definitely go to the next letter. Oh, wait, hold on. Somebody came with the thought. So Sean said, I'm a pop up, but not often, just every blue moon. I'm definitely going to give advice without judging because they have to learn to live. They have to learn to live their life. I can only share what my experiences have been and then help her along the way. Yeah, I think that that's what her mom was probably doing too. Like really just trying to help navigate, because when you have been through some shit, you don't necessarily want your seeds to go through the same thing. But you also understand that like sometimes experiences are the best teacher, and your kids don't listen. And I'm learning that too. Like your kids, that sometimes they think they know what's best, and when that's the case, you gotta kind of just let it be. Jazz says that she's agreed mom is just being a mom, but boundaries are necessary, especially if you're uncomfortable. Yeah. So what do you do, Jazz? So how do you put those boundaries in place? Like, are you like, all right, mom, you're doing a bit too much, or do you stop telling your mom so much? Because I think for me, well, I'm a Capricorn, so I'm really good at telling people what I want them to know, and nothing more, nothing less. And so I think that might be a way to like just give your mom just enough information to where if she starts tripping, it's not a big of a deal. But even that can be a little borderline, I guess you could say. But that's an option too. If you feel like she has too much information or she's too in your business, then give her less, I would say. And here comes B. Jazz says communication, even when it's difficult. So yeah, sitting down and having those conversations. But do you take dating advice from like your parents? Like when you were picking your partner, did you take advice or think about what your parents were saying in terms of who you wanted to date? All right. B says, one of my daughters already wants to get her own place, and I'm actually excited for her. I'm excited for her to experience independence, to be able to scrape her knees a couple times and live and learn. Yes, that's what I say too. And this girl is 28. So she's 28. She has her own place and she has a paycheck. So she's good there. I am not the type to invade space. Oh, I think I struggle with that because I want to be all in your space. I am all about respect, even with my children. I will always provide my thoughts on subjects they bring to me, and I will always provide thoughts on subjects I may see before they bring to me. I am thankful I have a very transparent relationship with my children that allow me to converse on hard topics. Okay, so with that, do your daughters ever tell you like you're doing too much, mom, or like that's not your business, or I think I want to kind of go through this on my own? And how do you handle that? if you, and Jazz says, we tell our kids, if you want to do XYZ, get your own. So when they do, be respectful and considerate. So with her, she has her own. So she has her own spot. She's paying her own bills. She's doing her own thing. So with that, how do you navigate that? And I respect what B says too about not invading space and having boundaries. But at the same time, like, that's your kid. So when does that line ever get gray? Because I tell my kids, like, I tell my son and my daughter all the time, like, you will never get rid of me. Like, the way you can never tell me not to call you. You can never tell me that you don't ever want to see me again. Like, you could never say any of those things to me as your mom, because I'm popping up. I don't really care how you feel. I'm your mom and I'm gonna be there. So, but is that like too clingy, or should it be like, well, mom, I'm not really trying to mess with you, so don't come? Like, what does that look like? Because I'm popping up, to be honest. Okay. And so you say, trying to have her on the titty, and you as a mom still trying to have her on the titty is clinically crazy. I agree. But hold on. So think about it though. Like, is 28 really, I won't say that's, like, is 28 really old though? Like, I feel like 28, you're an adult for sure. You're 100% adult. But in this life, okay, I'm 40. I'll be 41 in 3 weeks. And I had my first kid at 28. I had Elijah at 28. And yes, I had a degree. Yes, I was doing things on my own. Yes, I was good. But I also feel, reflecting back, that I was kind of young too. Like, a little bit young too. So, I don't know. Clinically crazy. It's me, Jackson O'Lander says, your daughter is 28. So, what would the boundaries be? So, if you can't, what questions are appropriate to ask your 28-year-old daughter? What is an appropriate way to gauge or navigate that conversation? Let's see here. Because I think at 28, I saw my parents more as like friends. But I respected what they had to say. Like, I respected their choices in a sense. So I don't think it's too bad to be able to have some guidance from your parents. But if it is overbearing, and like someone says, like, boundaries are important. But how do you establish boundaries with your parent? And I think Bianca spoke to a very important part, is like actually establishing them when they're young, like starting those conversations with your kids when they're young, creating that space and honoring them as a human when they're young. So when they are adults, it's not nagging and it's not weird when your parents want to know more about you or want to know your information. So I think that matters for sure. For sure. All right. So the underlying thought, or what we're saying, is that there needs to be a conversation around boundaries, but understand that your mom is just being a mom, and that's a good thing. Like, you want the love and protection and the guidance of your parent because it's needed, as long as it's healthy. Like, as long as it's no drama or trauma or no crazy type shit, then that's a good thing. And then if it's too much, then have that conversation with your mom and accept whatever the outcome may be. Like, your mom is gonna, who knows, because I don't know your mom's personality, but she might trip and not be happy with how you respond, and she might be receptive. And another thing is that this could also open like another layer to your relationship with your mom. Like, help her to understand and establish, like, you are a mature young lady and you are growing and you are grown. I think as a parent, our job is to make sure that our children are able to function on their own as adults. But when we actually see that happening, we're like, oh, my baby. So give your mom some grace, because I think that could be something that's happening as well. Like, she's witnessing you with your own job, with your own space, making your own way. And she might be grieving that because you're no longer her baby in the way that you used to be. So that's what I got for you, girl. Hopefully that helps. That helps. That helps. And thank you for all the chiming in. We had some good conversations. What are some things that Jazz? What are some things that your kids have had to acquire on their own, or you're like, well, if you want that, or if you want to do it your way, then you need to get your own. Like, what are some of the things that they had to get on their own since they weren't necessarily trying to follow what you were doing? Oh, I don't know. And I wonder where Miss Lisa is today. All right, so we'll hop to the second one. If you still have thoughts on the first one, you can chime in. That's definitely a cool conversation for sure. And let's see, what is the second one? Okay, so so this is from Tanisha, and her question